So just like any good Minecraft video, or any world, I start by cutting down a tree, where I quickly make a crafting table, and then I proceed to make a crook. I then decide to get all the leaves from the tree. And one thing different, I am playing Skyfactory, by the way. One thing different from Java and Bedrock Skyfactory, I'm on Bedrock. Instead of getting silkworms, you just get string, which is a little bit different, because then it's a little bit easier to get a sieve. You don't have to do the entire silkworm process. I then decide to finish destroying the entire tree before making a quick little platform afterwards. I decide to make it symmetrical, so I craft another crafting table, then some slabs, and I finish building what is my platform. I then have some friends join pretty soon afterwards. Right now, this person is on the other team. His name is Taken Gymnastic. He will be opposing me for now. I do end up getting a teammate later on, but for right now, it's just me. So I have him help me chop down some trees, we get started, and then he has his friend join, and his friend is very suicidal and decides it's a good idea to jump off the edge for fun. And then I proceed to change my skin and make a quick little cut where, you can just see us having a good time. Pretty soon, though, I decide I want to do things on my own, because I didn't have a set decision yet, but I eventually make it. I build my own little island, I get dirt, I make trees, grab the trees, break them over and over and over, and my goal here is actually get a cobblestone sapling, which if you know anything about Skyfactory, whether it's Bedrock or Java, cobblestone sapling will allow me to get cobblestone. And it's a little bit different from Java. Instead of, just making those things and you have to make like diamonds with the resin, you can get gravel from the cobblestone. With that, gravel, you can then sieve it, kind of like old Skyfactory in Java. With those materials, then you can make iron saplings, diamond saplings, etc. But my only goal for now is to make a cobblestone one. I actually never make any other saplings except a cobblestone one because I have a different plan in mind. So, it takes me a while, but, I grow a bunch of cobblestone, I get a bunch of cobblestone from the sieve, I keep growing trees, and eventually I do get enough cobblestone for a cobblestone tree, but that does take a second. Getting cobblestone from dirt, which to actually get cobblestone, you get leaves. You use those leaves to get saplings. You put those saplings, you turn them into dirt. With that dirt, you can put it in the sieve. And then you can get cobblestone and many other drops. Cobblestone's the main important one that I'm looking for, though. I do get the cobblestone sapling, as you can see in the video, though. I start growing it right before looking at some recipes, and I grow my first tree. It takes a second, but it grows. I then cut to another time lapse, where you can see us building a wall, me and the opposing team. I make the cobblestone farm a decent amount bigger. I get a little bit more dirt eventually. We have to go to sleep because it's nighttime. The guy from the other team comes over for a second, says hi. Just the usual. I'm getting dirt right here, messing around with Discord settings, the usual stuff. I end up extending the wall because I actually don't want them to see what I'm doing. I love gatekeeping information in any playthrough I do, mostly because I'm a dick. But I decided to make a cobblestone barrel, which is the next step that I need to do. I need to get a bunch of cobblestone and make another portal. The thing I'm trying to make is a fill officer stone, which requires 4 glowstone and 4 redstone and 1 diamond. Then I need to make a transmutation table, which requires 1 full officer stone, 4 stone, and 4 obsidian. Putting all those things together, you get what's, like I said, called the transmutation table. With the transmutation table, you can turn items into a basic energy. The basic energy can be used to create other items. So, for example, if I put in some cobblestone, I could get back diamonds if I put in enough cobblestone. I'm pretty sure 1 cobblestone would be worth like 1 VMC. But the thing is, 1 diamond is worth about 64 if I remember correctly. So, you need a lot of one item to get another. But you can use this to turn simple resources like iron and gold into other resources that are a little bit more expensive. For example, turning iron and gold into diamonds or even emeralds. This really lets you progress because you can then mass produce any resource very easily. There is one problem with the transmutation table. To be able to make another item, you have to learn it. So you have to put it in the transmutation table, and then you get the energy for it, and you can create other items. But it's also a very easy way to store items, so you don't need a lot of storage. is a very essential part of playing Skyfactory, at least in the Bedrock version. It's the first thing I'm working towards. And there's some other stuff that I use, like element tables and chicken coops to get as far as I do. Now, it takes forever to get the diamonds and all the resources necessary for making such an expensive thing. It's not very expensive, but, very early game, you don't have that many resources. I eventually get all the diamonds by making a trade deal with the other people. But, in the end, I do make the nether portal, and I do go to the nether. I end up going there. I was going to get glowstone, and I almost immediately see glowstone. Get out of the nether portal, look around for a second, and on my left up here, I see a ghast and some glowstone. I think about getting the glowstone. I see the ghast though, and I'm like, fuck that. So I decide to go back home, and I get some better gear to come back. But little would I know, by the time I come back, the ghasts are completely despawned, so it was 1000% useless. I end up getting the glowstone, and pretty soon afterwards, I make the transmutation table. Now, having the transmutation table, never mind. I had a little error with the Project V thing. I wasn't playing in the right version, so there was a tiny glitch. But I get it worked. I get it solved. I get the transmutation table, which, like I said, I've already explained what it does. I then get a teammate. His name is Sid Sloth, aka Dylan. And by the way, everybody's YouTube channel will be linked in the description. And the person who made this mod is Vatonage. Huge credit to him. Absolutely love him. Makes amazing mods for Bedrock, especially with the limitations of Bedrock. And I would know myself, I've made many Bedrock mods. It's very impressive what he's done, and he's been very good for the community. So I support him 100%. I will link his website, his YouTube, and anything else that I can find of his. And I will link the Skyfactory link directly too, if you guys want to play that. But I end up making element tables, as I was talking about earlier. But it takes you a second. I gotta grind resources. And a very easy way to get extra VMC in the early game is you can get a bunch of gravel, turn on an auto clicker, or just manually sieve it, whatever you want. And you can very easily get a lot of diamonds, iron, and gold. And if you smelt those things, or just even use the diamonds, it can be very beneficial. I'm sorry if there's any cut, by the way. My headphones just died. I apologize sincerely. But using those diamonds, for example, you can get many things done. Getting more VMC, getting elemental tables. Just the diamonds are very useful. All the resources from the transmutation table are very useful. My strategy personally, I like to just have the other, items in the background smelting. You can also use stuff like redstone and lapis, because you don't need to smelt those, obviously. So you can very easily, just using diamonds, emeralds, and stuff of that sort, you can very, very easily get lots. Oh my god, you can get a lot of VMC very easily, which is what I recommend doing early game if you ever plan on playing this yourself and you want to get very far, very, very fast. Because there's a bunch of mods you can mess around with, but the three main ones you're going to want to mess around with is Project V. I don't know the mod name, but the elemental tables, and then chickens. I get diamond chickens here, and with those diamond chickens, I can use them together, and they automatically lay diamonds. There's an upgraded version, which is called diamond block chickens, which are even better, but I don't have the resources for those at the time. But as long as you just let these sit here for a little bit and you get some diamonds, you can very easily make like diamond blocks or many other things in your VMC table, which is what I'm trying to do. A very easy glitch you can actually do with these things is you can breed them and then pick them back up so you don't have to wait for more time to breed them. Now, I started placing more of this because I don't want them to find out about the diamond chickens. They eventually do. They come into the base, they raid us. They find out about the diamond chickens. They still don't know how to craft them because I love gatekeeping information. But they do see the transmutation table, and the entire time they were asking how to get obsidian. I won't tell them. So, as you can see right here, I end up getting diamond chickens very, very soon. Diamond block chickens, to be more specific. Very, very soon. I have, a lot of the resources for it. It just takes a little bit more time. We're at their base for a little bit. I just keep grinding and grinding the diamond chickens, and eventually I get the second diamond block chicken. I already crafted one, but I didn't show it on camera because it wasn't that useful until you get two of them and you can actually breed them together. I tried to breed a diamond chicken and a diamond block chicken, but I found out that sadly doesn't work. To be fair, that would be very overpowered, and I understand why it doesn't work, but it's still sad nonetheless. In fact, I don't even have the second diamond block chicken here. I'm about to get it very soon. I thought that was the first one. I was wrong. Here's the second one. Then I place, I do the glitch to breed a bunch of them at a time. I keep, just breeding them, and this is actually how I get very rich. using the elemental table and stuff. If you get netherite, you can get the Vatonage element, which can create many things like totems of undying, enchanted golden apples, and a lot of other stuff. So it's very useful. I end up grinding netherite later on, but I just get sand and gunpowder. I get the gunpowder with the elemental table, and I get sand from crushing gravel with a hammer. Now that I have all that, I finally can get some diamond block armor, which gives you prot forward, and it's just as good as diamond, which is very, very good. We use it to kind of bully the other team, I won't lie, and we make them scared of us. So now I have around 40,000 BMC. I'm checking the elemental mod to see how to get the Vatonage element, because I didn't know it was netherite at the time. The only way I knew how to get it was the dragon eggs. That's what it said on the crafting table. And I thought you could get it with the enchanted golden apple, which I'm pretty sure you can, but you couldn't craft it in this version. If I remember correctly, you used to be able to craft them, not in, normal Minecraft, but there was a mod. I don't know if there's a different mod, the same mod, or whatever, but you used to be able to craft them just, using enchanted golden apples, which was the old recipe, 8 gold blocks and 1 apple. So instead, I just got netherite, because I looked it up. There's another very easy way to get the Vatonage element, to get a lot of overpowered stuff. Plus, netherite would just be good to have for, better armor, better tools, better guns, mostly. I end up getting the TNT Teddy, and I think a rocket launcher later on. I could have gotten better gear, but I didn't really wanna. I was trying to grind all day. I end up getting a beacon later on. That's not anytime soon, though. So yeah, as you can see, I have 28 golden apples enchanted. I end up giving some to my friend. I go to their base, I check it out, I check out what they have. And these diamond chickens at this point are just producing absurd amounts of diamonds. It will lag your game if you have too many, but you can create 3 or 4 stacks of them. Your game will be fine with lag, and you will have the most VMC you could ever need. And, that's not the only way to get VMC, obviously. There's still some pretty other good ways, but this is the best way I've ever found. Technically, this isn't in the base Skyfactory. It's in the, extended mods, because there's mods that Vatonage recommends. I think that's how you say it. But I end up getting the TNT Teddy. We test it out, whatever. And I decided I wanted to get a rocket launcher, and I built one for my teammate. We're testing those out. We have a good time. I try to make a custom enchantment table, but it doesn't work. I think that was another recommended add-on. I don't know why it didn't work. I don't know if it's just an old one, I didn't add it, or what the hell happened, but it didn't work for me. I don't know if I needed to move it up in the mods, or, there could have been a million different things. So I decided to create just a vanilla crafting table, or enchantment table, and I put prot 1, prot 2, sharpness on everything, I just make basic good stuff, as somebody normally would, efficiency 2 on my pickaxe. I think I prot 2 and prot 1 on everything, and I enchant my friend's armor too, because I had extra levels, because you get levels for breeding chickens. So that's another very easy way to get levels. Or you can make an XP, it's called an XP maker or something like that, along those lines. It's with another mod, but you need to get plastic, which is a very expensive process. A cheaper way, or you could even pair them, you can get you can get book armor. Book armor will automatically make EXP. So it's another very good thing. We decided to make a beacon. Oh my god, I'm having a stroke. Because why the hell not? Having a beacon can be very useful. Just nice to have a haste. The other team got the haste too, but I didn't really give a fuck. So, somebody was begging, the other team was begging us for some gold. And, I ended up shooting a fucking rocket in their ceiling because they didn't want to give us the llamas for the gold, because we traded the llamas for the gold. And then we were talking to Pax, dude, which is the guy on the other team. We decided to do 3 spins of wheels because he could not land on yes. And I kind of wanted him to join my team. I was feeling, extra nice today. So it landed on no twice, which was deciding whether or not we were going to join the team. And what ended up happening is it landed on no twice, and eventually we got the yes. So I ended up joining a private GC with both Paxton and my other teammate, Dylan. aka Sid Sloth and Paxdude. Paxdude has a YouTube channel, which I will link in the description. But, as a short, he ends up joining our team. I give him some items after we get into a Discord call. We call, and we talk about this during the other team. So then I call my other friend, hey, are you on board with this? Kind of like an ending to the video, because we're already very overpowered. And we don't have very much else that we can do. So I finally, it takes him forever to accept my friend request, but he finally accepts my friend request, because I didn't have him added. I don't know why, but I didn't have him added. So I get in a call with him. I tell him what we're doing. I'm like, hey, here's the plan. Here's what we're doing. I do have Horizon open. I don't know if you guys can see that. I was messing around in another world earlier, just flying around. I was not hacking in this. This was 100% legit using all the mods. And then I get a power charm for packs, dude, which is just netherite, 4 gold blocks. Very good. You get like strength, I think jump boost. You get some sort of resistance and speed. So it's a very good one. There's also a flying charm, but I'm not really a big fan of that. It's not as good. You get way more effects. And then we decide, let's finally, execute on our plan. I fall in the void a couple of times, but we end up just destroying this guy's base. Just absolutely destroying him. I mean, there's not much he can do. And I'm sorry for any clips that were cut. There was a couple that have been lost, but I think this has been a pretty good video. We're reaching the end, but, there's still a little bit more destruction. We ended up destroying, I think, our beacon. Or we at least tried to. No, I was using my TNT Daddy. I was just fucking around pretty much for the rest of the video. I mean, we knew we were never going to play this world again, so this was kind of like a one-time thing. I played Skyfactory, at least 10 or 11 times. That's how I know what I'm doing so well. I always play with my friends. I look up tutorials, but... there's a bunch of different mods in here, but honestly, for your best chances of getting very, very far, I recommend doing that. And I showed my recording there because they didn't believe I was recording. I don't know why. But then we decided to kill our life source, or our, oh, no, that's in the end, sorry. We decided to kill our chickens, which have been, like, our life source and, like, our, production of VMC this entire time, which has been very overpowered. I pretty much carried my teammates, or mostly my one teammate, because the Pax dude 30 joined last second. But, this was a very good time and a very good mod pack. And honestly, I don't recommend doing what I do because it makes the mod pack a little boring, I recommend doing your own thing because if you follow what I do, yes, you will beat the game very quickly. But, like, what else is there to do? We could be in the Ender Dragon, but I like this ending a little bit better. It was a fun time. I even started blowing up, some other stuff. Well, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciated it. If you guys like this video, I will be posting more soon. This is my first, video on this channel. So I really appreciate you guys stopping by, and thank you and have a good day.